Hi and welcome to Treasurie. Today we're going to learn how to make a poncho. This chunky poncho is such a quick and easy project. I timed myself, which I don't normally, and it took me 3 hours. This uses all double crochet stitches with some chains in between to make these little gaps. For this poncho, I've used Woolies Thick and Quick by Lion brand. You can use any super bulky yarn, and you'll also need a 9mm hook. This poncho is a simple 2-row repeat. You've got double crochet rows, and these more open ones are just double crochet with a chain in the middle. So it's really simple. So you're going to start by chaining 97. Any odd number will do. So chains a yarn over and pull through. 1, 2, 3. I won't make you sit through me counting to 97. I'm going to make a little sample instead of a whole other poncho. Here we are with my sample. I'm just doing 21. As long as you have an odd number, your poncho will work out. So we're going to do a double crochet in the 4th chain from the hook. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Double crochet is yarn over, insert, yarn over and pull through. You've got 3 on the hook, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2. So double crochet all the way to the end. So we'll do one more together. Yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2. So you'll have a much longer chain than I have. Just double crochet all the way to the end. And that's what it looks like so far. So here's our double crochet row finished. Now in my green sample, I just did the body all in one color, which is the easiest if you're an absolute beginner. And if you're, whoops, the cat's grabbing it off camera. Here's my double crochet row. Now in my green sample, I just did the main body all in one color and just did the contrast at the top. That's the easiest beginner version. But if you'd like to learn how to change colors, I'll show you that in a little while. Okay, so let's do row 2. We're going to chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's my turning chain, which counts as 1 double crochet and 1 chain. Whoops. Our little cat likes this poncho. Okay, and then we're going to turn. Now because this first chain counts as a stitch, do not go into the base of the chain, and then we're going to skip the next stitch and we'll do a double crochet into the next one again. So double crochet into that. So you can see chain, space, double crochet. Now all the way along we're going to do chain 1, skip 1, double crochet. So there's our skip and double crochet. So you can see now we've got these nice little holes happening. Chain 1 and skip 1, double crochet. Okay, just repeat that to the very end, and at the end you will have the last double crochet going into the turning chain. So I'll go away and finish that and then just show you that end bit. So you can see here I'm just at the end and we have a little gap every second stitch. So at the end we still have our chain 1, and as I said, the last double crochet is just going into the top of that turning chain. There we go, and that's our 2-row repeat. How easy was that? We're going to do one more row together. So chain 3. So remember last time, this row starts with a chain 4 and the solid double crochet rows start with a chain 3. And that counts as our first double crochet. So we're going to do our first double crochet into that first space. So yarn over, and normally put it underneath a stitch. You're just going to put your hook through that big gap and then double crochet. The next double crochet goes into the top of that post there. So yarn over, just insert it into the top as you normally would, and double crochet. Gap, so we're going to do double crochet in the gap, and another double crochet, do it into the stitches above that. And just do that all the way to the end, and I'll show you how to finish the row. So I'm up to the end here and I've just done the double crochet in top of that one there. So now we have this larger gap. So we're going to do 1 double crochet through the larger gap, and then 1 double crochet into the 3rd chain. So remember there were 4 chains at the beginning there. We're just going to find the 3rd and insert your hook through it to do a double crochet. There we go, and that's our stitch pattern. We're going to continue with the chain spaces and the solid double crochet until you reach 17 rows in total. Once you reach 17 rows, so the last one will be a double crochet row, you're going to change colour for the top contrast. So to change colour, just fasten off, so just yarn over, that's a little bit short, and pull it all the way through and just tighten that. That's just a normal fastening off, and turn. Here's our new colour. We're going to make a slip knot and insert your hook in that last stitch there, so under both loops. The knot on the end of the hook, just pull it, not completely tight, but reasonably tight, so you can pull it through. There you go, you've got a new colour. So when you change colour, it'll be the chain stitch row. So chain 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Skip 1 and double crochet. There you go, and you've got a new colour. So you will do your last 2 rows in your contrast. So I'm using this hot pink, and you can also use that same technique if you want to change any of these rows. Here is my finished rectangle, so it won't quite fit on the table opened up, but you can see it's just one long piece. We have the 17 rows up to here, and then row 18 and 19 in the contrast colour. So the only thing that's left to do is to join it. So we want to create a shoulder seam here. Oh, it's looking like a nice rug for the cat. So we want a 14-inch gap for the neck. So if we just measure it about to there, and you can try it on before you sew it up. You might want it more open and off the shoulder, or a little bit tighter, but that will more than fit over anyone's head. So I've just put some stitch markers in there so it can be tried on. And then the last thing we have to do is stitch across here, and then we'll just finish the edge with a contrast colour. So for this part, we want to put it right sides together. So if you have a look at it, you'll notice that the double crochet stitches, that's sort of the top side, and that's the underneath. So we're going to join it on the wrong side. So right sides together, that is. So I'll take out that stitch marker, insert your hook under both the loops on both sides. You've got your slip knot here, and we're going to put that on and pull it through. Now you may have fastened off with a really long tail, that would have been ideal. Okay, now chain 1, and we've got it joined on. Now we're going to do a slip stitch to join. So if you have a look at the top along here, see how there's an outside stitch away from you and an inside stitch towards you. We're going to be putting our hook through the inside stitches. So if we have a look at that one, we're going to get that inside one, and on the other side, the inside one. So the loop's right next to each other. Okay, and it's just a slip stitch. So yarn over and pull it through, and you've got 2 on there, pull it through again. So another slip stitch, and we're going to slip stitch all the way to the shoulder, and then we're going to fasten off. So I open that up. You can see there's a little bit of a braided look on the inside, but if you look on this side, it's got a nice flat seam. And here's the finished shoulder seam on the right side. I've turned it over. So that's the underside, and that's the right side. And now we're ready to do the side, and then we'll be finished. Okay, for the edge, I've already done it as you can see, but it's very easy. That's our shoulder seam there. So you're just going to join the yarn at one end at exactly how I showed you before with the slip stitch and putting it through, chain 3, and then just double crochet the whole way along. Now you'll be double crocheting into these gaps. You just want 2 double crochet into each row. So double crochet is worth about 2 stitches, and just very evenly across until you get to the other end where you'll fasten off and then weave everything in. Here's the finished poncho. Since this has a bit of pink on it, this will be for me. And I've made this green one for my sister because she loves green. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time for more Treasurie tutorials.